tell us about your family life. You only child? You have any brothers or sisters?
I'm the only child, actually. Um, I grew up in Germany as an only child, and I told my parents I don't want no other siblings. Um, but yeah, I grew up as the only child in Germany. Um,
What would you say is the person, thing, or reason that makes you keep going and not stop?
Easy. Marcel. Marcel is the reason for everything. Um, you know, Marcel was my, and still is my, best friend and brother. He's been that since I was a little kid, 4 or 5 years old. We were inseparable. Um, we would spend many hours out in Germany being crazy little kids, just living life to the fullest and laughing and enjoying life. Um, and I lost my brother to gun violence in 1999, Christmas. On Christmas, his life was tragically cut short, and it spiraled me into a very, very dark place. And it took a lot for me to get past the initial devastation of it. And the only outlet that I had at that time, was music. So when I found out, the day that I found out that he was no longer here, I sat down at my keyboard and I created my first song that would go on my first album in 2009. And that sort of set a trajectory of grinding in this music indefinitely. I will follow it to the ends of earth, because I'm building not only a name for him and honoring his legacy, but now my son carries his name. So that legacy will never end. And I've made hundreds and hundreds of songs. And my goal is in my lifetime to have thousands of songs that will build upon that legacy of Marcel. So his name is not in vain. His name is not forgotten.
Do you feel him now?
I feel him everywhere. I feel that dude, that little guy, I feel him everywhere. I feel him every day. When I wake up, when I go to bed, when I'm making music, when I'm on the road, when we're in the flood waters in Virginia, I feel him everywhere. I sure do. Yep.
Do you talk to him?
I do talk to him sometimes, yeah. I talk to him when I need reassurance. I talk to him when I need reassurance, because it's a long journey in this music industry, and it's not paved like you'd think. The road is a very long, could be treacherous road with a lot of dead ends, a lot of side, road closures. So just having that reassurance there as a guide, because I know that I when I have those conversations, that I don't even have to have them by talking. They're conversations that I can just have in my mind and then get the reassurance that you're on the right path. And, some of that validation I've already seen on my journey on this tour, some of the signs that have shown themselves, the weather, you know what I mean? Like having the weather, when we were in Virginia and it flooding the way it flooded, that was him crying. You see what I'm saying? That was him crying. And think crying for his mom, crying for his dad, crying. It was overflowed with, but it wasn't just sadness, it was love, you know. And then when the crying stopped, the sun appeared. You know what I mean? And it was supposed to rain the whole week, you know, but that's him. That's what he would do, you know. He was one that he's like, you never know what to expect, you know. So yeah, Marcel means everything to me, and it will never diminish. It will never fade away. I'm carrying that to eternity, into the universe. So